across the country having to deal with thousands of flight delays and cancellations. A major computer outage prompted the FAA to issue a ground order, and travel expert Peter Greenberg is joining us now for more on this. Peter, nice of you to check in with us once again. The Transportation Secretary said they're working diligently to get to the heart of this. It sounds like an outdated system. What do you know about how that all functions and what it's going to take to fix that so it doesn't happen again?
Well, it is an outdated system. That's not exactly a news bulletin either for the FAA. It's called the NOTAM system. It means Notice of Air Missions. They changed it from its original title. It gives you an idea of how far back it goes. It used to be called the Notice to Airmen. So they've come into the 21st century about that. But what it does is it alerts pilots to hazards, obstacles, runway closures, construction along their routes and, of course, at the airports that they're headed for. And planes can't really be dispatched until those NOTAMs are given to the pilots. The system broke down today about 4:18 this morning Eastern time, and the FAA did the somewhat unprecedented action of ordering a full ground stop for the entire country. Now, the last time they did that, obviously a much more severe ground stop, was 9/11 more than 20 years ago. So this is a big deal today.
Yeah, for the millions of travelers, the how and why, I guess, is really secondary. But what is your advice to travelers who are stuck in these kinds of positions here, looking at a really long delay?
Well, there's one thing: if it's a delay caused by one airline, you have many options. If it's a delay ordered by the FAA, you have no options because nothing is going to be moving. However, you can plan proactively, especially if you're taking a connecting flight, and this goes to whether or not there's an FAA problem or even if it's a beautiful sunny day. Do not give yourself a 30 or 45 or a 60-minute connect time. Do at least 90 minutes to 2 hours, because if you miss that first connecting flight, that second connecting flight might be full and you might not get where you need to go, and now you're stuck at an intermediate airport.
Peter, can travelers get compensated in this situation, or since it wasn't the airline's fault, out of luck?
Under DOT rules, if the problem is caused under the operational control of the airline, the answer is yes. That's what's happening in the Southwest case, as Southwest is writing millions of dollars worth of reimbursement checks to passengers who were stranded. But in this case, it was outside the airline's control, and there's no compensation.
Well, that's not good to hear. Well, after what did happen with Southwest during the holidays, is this kind of airport chaos sort of the new norm, or is it just isolated and that's just my knee-jerk observation?
I'm hoping that it's not, because the financial consequences to airlines like Southwest are going to be huge. The actual payout for them and loss that they're going to take on this is $825 million. That's not my estimate. That's their estimate. And this is not something you really want to have happen. The bottom line is, it is a wake-up call in terms of systems that are outdated, information technology that needs to be updated, not just at the airline level, but at the federal level. We're talking the FAA. And you can bet Congress will be holding hearings on this to figure out how they can accelerate a system that's actually 30 years outdated as we speak.
Yeah, hopefully everybody is motivated to try to fix this. Peter Greenberg, as always, thanks for being with us.
You got it.
You can get more tips on his website, by the way, petergreenberg.com.